What's good, chat? We here day 3 and we're back at it. Final day of Comic-Con, and I pulled up in my cosplay, Conti's first ever cosplay. And I can't help but say thank you, Comic-Con, for letting us be here because I finally got to do my first cosplay. Like in terms of like my weeb canon events, this is a major point, chat. This is my first ever cosplay. So look, we're gonna go to the cosplay area. We're gonna go meet up Lizzie. We're gonna take a couple pics. Go do some Q&As. We're gonna look good type shit. You know what I mean? I'm gonna put people onto the question, and then we're gonna go talk to the comic book artists. You know what I mean? We're gonna try to stop by, maybe see Leia at the end of the day to thank Comic-Con for everything they did for us this weekend. But look, I'm not gonna count. If I had to rate the day 1 and day 2 so far, I'd say it's an easy 9 on 10. But hopefully today's gonna make it a 10 out of 10. Now the thing is, I can't be talking like a nigga when I'm in this suit because I'm supposed to be the question, and the question ain't no nigga. You know what I mean? So I'm gonna get into character. I'm gonna start talking calm. I'm not gonna cap. You already know Conti wears glasses, right? I was a bit worried that I wasn't gonna be able to like see, breathe, or anything like that, but it's pretty calm. Oh, I gotta give a final shout out. Shout out to Louise, shout out aka Lulu Rija. You already know, chat, that's like my homie from way back in the day since I was 12 years old. You know, shout out to Lizzie too at the same time. But Louisa helped me with the cosplay. So the thing is, I'm gonna get my Playboy cardi on and I'm gonna be mysterious for the rest of the day. So I'm gonna be calm, I'm gonna be cool and collected. Let's do some questions. First off, how does it feel to take a break from Gotham and come to Comic-Con, you know?
Anywhere compared to Gotham is a holiday, a cakewalk.
Your friend Superman is having a movie next week. I know you guys have a contentious relationship. Sometimes you guys like to box, sometimes you guys support each other.
You know, it's like big brother, little brother.
Who's the big brother? So I have a question for you. If I were to ask you, what's Batman's greatest like strength and what's his biggest weakness?
My biggest weakness is I'm the best. My greatest strength is money.
I do see the suit is amazing. Did you make this? Like, did you buy this? Like, how did this come about?
I have my mask made by Evil Genius in Hamilton, Ontario.
Ooh.
The suit is from white sheep leather.
What?
And the cape I bought off Etsy.
Okay, W. Hey, shout out Etsy.
I started working on this back in February, had it ready by end of May.
What? That's a good 3-4 months grind, you know what I mean? Hey, it definitely paid out because you're looking clean as hell, my man. You have a long-standing feud, a rivalry, I'd say, with Scott. You know, Scott Summers. If I were to ask you, who's better looking?
No question, I'm far better looking than Scott is. I'm gonna go find Jean Grey right now.
I have a question. Deadpool.
Yeah.
You know, you're one of the most popular Marvel characters right now, but you know, you're known to really not give a crap about anything. If I had to ask you, who's your favorite Marvel character that you interact with, and who's your least favorite?
Well, I must say Human Torch was my least favorite. He destroyed all my hope. I wanted to see Captain America say, Avengers assemble! And now I see some douchebag say, fire!
Human Torch. And your favorite?
Wolverine.
You know, some people say you guys have a very special relationship. You know what I mean?
Oh yes. I'm not supposed to say that, but we've been interacting for a long time.
You did a great job, and thank you so much.
Thank you.
So you have
now I told you this, to be sure it's between us. I have to kill you.
All right, Supergirl. We all know it's Superman season coming right up, but it's almost Supergirl season right after. Are you excited?
So excited. I based my costume off the comic Women of Tomorrow. Yeah.
Of course. Shout out to the Tomorrowverse. We love it.
It's the best.
I will say though, are you going to go support your cousin next week?
Oh yeah. Premiere in costume.
Oh! Thank you, Supergirl, and you know, keep being the woman of tomorrow.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Wait, are you the question?
I am the question.
Okay.
You
I
recognize
wouldn't want to
me.
say anything that seems silly, but okay.
I have a question.
All right.
Dick Grayson, you know, your father, well, your stepfather, your adopted father,
Yep.
he's always in the spotlight of every movie. And so far, in every DC cinematic universe, we haven't had a stand-alone Dick Grayson, Nightwing, Robin movie or series. Are you like? Would you want to have your own showcase TV series or movie in the next DCU?
Honestly, I will take anything at this point. Like, I'll take a TV show. I'll even appear in the next Batman movie. I don't even have to be the main character.
You just want to be there.
Yeah, but I would love something solely for me. Even a video game would be nice.
Look, I've been saying a Nightwing video game in Bloodhaven, crazy.
Exactly.
You know
That's
what I mean?
but no one listens. No one listens.
Nobody
But-
listens. I will say, I'll ask one thing though. You know, you do have a reputation of, you know, having a lot of like, you know, girls you get to play around with. You talk about Barbara, Starfire, Raven. What do you say to the allegations of like, you know, you kind of like to run around Nightwing?
Allegations? Well, I'll just say no comment. We don't kiss and tell.
What does Nightwing represent for you, or just the Bat family in general? What do they mean to you?
It means hope. Being your best self, despite having no powers, doesn't stop you from doing what you need to do.
Hey, we've seen Dick Grayson fight Darkseid, you know what I mean? So he'd be out here, I appreciate you, Nightwing. You have a great Comic-Con, you know what I mean?
You too.
All right, so we have over here Batgirl, Barbara, aka the most underrated of the Bat family, you know what I mean? I have to say, Barbara, how do you feel about, you know, not being pushed forward? You know, we hear about Jason Todd, we hear about Tim Drake, we hear about everybody else. But Barbara, you fight well and everything. How do you feel about not being, you know, put forward like everybody else?
I mean, I'm happy as long as at the end of the day everyone's safe and we're doing the best we can to keep everyone safe. I'm okay with not being in the spotlight.
And that's why we love Barbara. Shout out to the humble queen. I'll ask a simple question though.
Okay.
Like, what does like Batgirl or like, you know, the Bat family represent for you? What does it mean to you?
We're just loyal and united and we just want to do what's best for everybody out there.
And we love to see it. Shout out to Batgirls and all the Batgirl fans that stand Barbara. An amazing cosplay.
Thank you.
I love it. I love it. Shout out.
Can we get a photo together?
Of course. What do you mean? What do you mean? We have the amazing Starfire. I have a question for you.
Yes.
You know, I was just talking to Nightwing, and he was with Barbara. How do you feel about Nightwing kind of just running around and like, you know, kind of stepping on everybody's feelings?
Look, I love Nightwing. He is the love of my life. Without him, I wouldn't be able to speak English and talk to you. You know, if I hadn't crash landed on this planet and kissed his cute, adorable, beautiful face, we wouldn't even be having this conversation.
I love
you know,
it. Of
things
course.
ended. It is what it is. I know not everyone's happy about it, and I can't say that my feelings are fully resolved, but if he's happy, that's all I can really wish him well. I just want the best for him, and I want the best for Barbara.
Always Starfire being the understanding and compassionate one. Nightwing, do better. Do better,
boy.
I'll ask a quick question too. A like, what does Starfire represent for you? And did you grow up with like a standing Starfire?
So Starfire was my first superhero, like love. She is the superhero that I saw, and I thought I want to be like her. I love not just how strong she is, but also how kind she is.
Yes.
She's so full of love and understanding, but she will also beat you to a pulp if you piss her off.
She will.
She is a princess of her home planet. She is a warrior princess. She's a lover and a fighter. And what she represents to me is just the ability to be strong and compassionate at once, and to look great doing it.
She looks good and she'll box you. I love it. Shout out to you, Starfire. Hope you have a great Comic-Con. Shout out. I have a question. All right, Barry Allen, I have a question. So they say you run the fastest, you're just the fastest person in the world, but you also have a reputation for coming late to events. What's up with that?
Well, coincidentally enough, I actually ended up late for the DC photo shoot today.
No way.
I missed the group shot because I was a little late getting here. So I don't know what it is. Like, maybe that I'm just so fast that I just get carried away. And I'm like, oh, I can get there, and I get caught up, like, doing things.
Of course.
And saving people, you know, jumping out, all
Across
that kind of stuff.
universes and whatnot, you know what I mean?
Exactly. So, you know, gotta, split universes, pull them back together, do
Of
whatever you
course.
gotta do. So,
Of
yeah.
course. But I do have a question. You have a particular relationship with Green Lantern. It's like a love-hate, a lot of love sometimes, but how do you feel about Green Lantern, about Hal?
Hal's Hal. He does what he does, and we just kind of gotta let him do his thing because he pulls that ring out and he's just gonna do whatever to us.
He does whatever.
So he's the boss. Like
Yes.
when it comes down to it, I just listen to what he says.
You're strong
If it's
enough.
not him, it's Superman.
Everybody says he's all for hope, but I know he can be a jerk sometimes.
Yeah, he's he's an alien, right? There's no, like, Clark, you're an alien.
Of
like,
course.
that's it.
Of course. And then final question.
Sure.
Between yourself and Wally West, your nephew, which one is faster? Because he be talking a lot of smack.
Wally's younger. So he's got a little bit of speed, but
Mm-hmm.
I got age, so I got the endurance. So and he always messes up by doing something stupid without the experience, right?
Right.
He'll run into a wall or something, and I just keep going. He's through it, and
Exactly.
I know the tricks.
You know the
He's
tricks.
still
You taught him
learning.
everything.
Exactly.
Well, I appreciate it, Flash, and keep being fast, and we appreciate you for everything.
I appreciate it. Thanks so
All
much,
right,
man.
have a great Comic Con. Do you mind if we take a quick pic, though?
Sure.
All right, chat. Look, we just did a DC comic book meetup. It was hella fire. We got extra pictures. I'm putting my glasses like this because I can't even see. Without the glasses, I sit at 40%. With this, I sit at 50%. You know what I mean? But shout out to all the DC cosplayers. We met Starfire, Supergirl, Batman's, everything, Nightwings. We met Barbara. Shout out Batgirl. It was super fun. Right now, I'm trying to get a couple more pictures. It is the last day. It's the best time to take some pictures. Then we're gonna go inside. We're gonna go talk to some comic book artists. You know what I mean? We got a couple interviews we're gonna line up, and then after we're gonna enjoy the rest of the day. But just follow me, Mala. Let's get some pictures and tell me I don't look clean. Tell me I don't look clean. But I'll be at the panel today. I can't wait.
Well, it's going to be an interesting thing because we have to go through the darkness to find the light.
Of course,
That's the thing.
but it's a perfect topic because of everything that's happening, and it's what you represent for us.
I'm hoping so. We'll see.
I'll see you later. Right? Cheers. Bye. It makes me feel like I always want to come in cosplay at this point. It's so fun. It's so fun. All right, this is going to be tricky. It's a lot of kids, and I cannot see. All right, they got to see a path. We're going to go talk to some comic book artists. We're going to walk around, enjoy ourselves, you know what I mean? I am making content, but at the end of the day, I want to enjoy myself too. And yeah, let's have some fun. Yes, sir. Chat, it's finally the end of the merch area. We're going to the last panel. It's literally the end of Comic-Con 2025, and it's been so great. The merch area is by far the highlight of the place. Look, I've been going to Otaku Town for years, but I was shook and surprised to see how big the merch area was at Comic-Con. Next year, I'm gonna pull up and we go tee up on the merch area. You know what I mean? But I'm not gonna lie, I think it was the highlight by far. It was the best area by far, and I love it. It hurts to say goodbye, but anyway. Right now, we're gonna go to our last panel. It's a Superman panel. It's gonna be about Superman in the present day, what hope represents, and it's gonna be a deeper panel. You know what I mean? I think it's a nice way to end.
Economy is in shambles, which is to say, companies are exploiting the workforce, and art is being commodified to a crazy degrees and even stolen from artists. Housing is increasingly scarce or even unaffordable. Ultimately, as we remember our own humanity, and as we remember our worth to each other, because we're all in this together. That's one other thing Chris Reeves says. It's one blue world, so you're special. I'm proud of you, and I love you. Thank you.
Lock in. All right, chat, and I'm sad to say it's finally the end of Comic-Con 2025, Day 3 over. It's been a blessing. First off, thank you, Comic-Con. Thank you, Leia. Thank you to the whole team for letting us do this. Obviously, we won't be spamming the clips, spamming everything, everywhere, non-stop. So you better be following on Instagram, TikTok, everywhere else. And I have to say, look, the panels were great. There was a lot of variety. We did a lot of comedy. There's like informational stuff. There was fun stuff like activities. You know what I mean? Of course, like I said a couple minutes ago, like the merch area was super bomb. Otaku Town, we love it. We're also going to do Otaku Town. We're probably going to live stream it. But you know what I mean? It's great in and of itself. But the merch area, just out of this world, you know what I mean? We got to play some games. We got to talk to comic book artists, you know what I mean? We got to talk to a bunch of dope people, you know what I mean? Again, thank you, Comic-Con, for that. And then, we had fun. We had the homies come in. We had Lizzie. We had Charles. That's our main con people, and that's the main people in the chat. They've been there from the beginning. And we also met up Jaya with her boyfriend. Shout out Jaya and everything like that. And of course, we were with Evgeny behind the camera. We're gonna do a little selfie type shit. Y'all gonna see it with a picture. We're gonna add a couple pictures in there so you can see. But it was just a good time. Day 3 was way more chill. We did a bunch of Q&As. We got to speak to a bunch of dope cosplayers. We got to speak to non-cosplayers. It was just fun. It was just fun, bro. I'm like a cat. Comic-Con 2025. It was a W. So if you're looking at this and you're like, you know what? I don't know if I want to go see Conti at Comic-Con 2026. I don't know if I'm gonna have fun at Comic-Con 2026. And even if you're like, you know what? I don't think I got people to go to Comic-Con 2026. It doesn't matter. You know what I mean? People show up, they have fun. It's a sense of community. You don't have to be in cosplay. This is my first time in cosplay and I'm loving it. But you know, if you can pull up with your friends, pull up with your friends. And you know, Conti's gonna be there next year. And Evgeny gave me a little idea. I was thinking, well, it was his idea. But we were thinking like, what if Conti hosts a panel? No, we gonna chill. Look, we don't know what we're gonna do. We just left a Superman panel. It was super great, super informational. So I'll be down to do something fun, something creative, but we're gonna take some time to plan it out. And of course, if we end up doing it, we're gonna let y'all know. But other than that, I think it's time to wrap it up. We're gonna be back to streaming every week. Look, I'm not gonna do no everyday shit. Conti's on the content grind. Yo, y'all are moving the motion. We just hit 33K. Man, I just look at it this morning. We got hundreds of more followers, bro. We gonna hit 34K. Next week is Superman season. It's Conti's birthday, so we definitely gonna drop y'all some content for that. But I'm not even going. I'm yapping too much. Let's wrap it up. So look, Comic-Con 2025. Thank you so much for having us. Thank you so much for giving us this access. It's been a blessing. I remember being a kid, loving all of this, and now we get to do this and enter these spaces for free. Blessing in disguise. Shout out to Evgeny behind the cam. All weekend long on the grind chat. Y'all don't even know what we do, but you know, I could do nothing without him. And since it's done, I think it's time to take off the cosplay. Let me order for one last second. Hold up. First cosplay ever. All right, chat. It's a wrap. Let's take it off. It's Conti. I'ma see y'all in the next vid, in the next stream. Enough, y'all. I'm out.